Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Naisi Dewan and I am here to take online class for the subject Sociology. So before I begin with the class, I would really like to appreciate this initiative taken by Sanyukta Madhyamik, Sikshak Kalyan and Headmasters Association Kalimpong along with KTV Kalimpong and Money Trust. So to begin with the classes, the topic I have chosen is development of sociology in India. So you have to remember that in class 12, you have to focus mainly in the Indian society. In class 11, we had done overall topics of sociology, but class 12 mainly deals with the Indian society. So we will be taking the first chapter, development of sociology in India. So coming with the first unit, there are other topics like structures of Indian society, what are the changes that took place in Indian society and what are the social issues that India is facing now. Okay, so the first unit is development of sociology in India. So before we begin with the topic development of sociology in India, we need to have a clear idea about how sociology emerged globally. So to begin with, during the 18th and the 19th century, two revolutions took place, two social and political issues took place because of which sociology emerged as a subject. As we know that sociology is very new subject compared to the rest of the social sciences. So sociology emerged only during the 18th and the 19th century. As I mentioned, number one is Industrial Revolution and the second one is the French Revolution. So these two revolutions took place during the 18th and the 19th century. When Industrial Revolution happened, lot of industries started to come up. Before that, society were very simple, but as industrialization happened, society started shifting from agricultural to the industrial one. So in a simple way, simple society started transforming to complex society. So as industries came up, lot of people from different societies, they were attracted towards the urban centers. They started migrating from their villages to work in the factories and the industries, because of which lot of changes came up in society. Not only the changes, as the people started shifting to the urban settings, it came up with a list of problems. And to deal with those problems, the problem that emerged in a new society, the early sociologists were first attracted to study these problems and also to come up with the solutions. And the second one is the French Revolution. So with French Revolution came the democratic state. Before the French Revolution, there were no state as democratic. They were either aristocratic or either they were ruled by some king and the queen, but the democratic society first came up after this French Revolution. That means a new type of society was formed. Again, there was some change in the society, and because of this change, the early sociologists were attracted to study. The new type of society was created, because of which early sociologists were attracted. So to name few of the early sociologists, they are Auguste Comte, Emile Durkheim, Max Weber, etc. As we know, Auguste Comte was the father of sociology, and he coined the term sociology for the first time in 1838. So now this is about the development of sociology globally. But our main topic is development of sociology in India. So let us move to the Indian society. As we live in India, हामीलाई थाहा छ India is a diverse country. यहाँनिर धेरै diversity छ है, यहाँनिर language छ, different castes छ, tribes छ. It is a mixture of lot of religions है, अनि compared to the rest of the society, Indian society is very complex and it is also difficult to study Indian society. Ani we have to remember that whatever society we live in, it is the result of so many phases. So Indian society, it has undergone various phases from monarchy to feudalism and then colonialism and at last democracy. है Indian society चाहिँ यसरी मोनार्कीबाट पास भएर फ्युडलिजम अनि त्यसपछि कोलोनियलिजम पिरियड छ अनि मात्र डेमोक्रेसी सुरु भएको छ है अनि we have to remember है यो colonialism period has played a very important part in the development of Indian society and also the study of Indian sociology. अनि यहाँनिर colonialism, we know the Britishers, they ruled India for more than 200 years. अनि 200 years rule गर्दाखेरि Indian society मा धेरै changes आयो है अनि India को जुन चाहिँ base थियो है त्यो एकदम हल्लाएर राखिदियो. They have changed Indian society in all spheres. हामीले हेर्यो भने social, economic, political, humanity हरेक basis मा नै Indian society लाई change गराएको छ है अनि हामीलाई थाहा छ इन्डियन हिस्ट्रीमा है हामीले हेर्यो भने ऋषि मुनिहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो है उहाँहरू जंगलमा गएर दे ह्याड मेडिटेटेड अनि त्यो आफ्टर अ लङ मेडिटेसन है दे ह्याड क्वेशन्स अबाउट व्हाट इज लाइफ व्हाट इज डेथ अनि फिलोसफी अफ लाइफहरुको बारेमा उनीहरूले सोच्दा है जंगलमा बसेर मेडिटेसन गरेर वी ह्याभ महाभारत उपनिषद है अनि अरु अन्य पुराणाजहरु हाम्रो हातमा जो त्यो त्यसकै रिजल्टहरु हाम्रो हातमा छ है अनि मैले भन्नु खोजेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि सोसाइटी यहाँनिर इन्डियामा सोशियोलोजी सब्जेक्ट नआइकिन पनि इन्डियन सोसाइटी त थियो है इन्डियाको सोसाइटी चलि नै रहेको थियो अनि यो महाभारत पुराण उपनिषदहरुमा पनि हामीले के पाउँछौं भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ इन्डियन सोसाइटीकै बारेमा हामीले पढ्न पाउँछौं है त्यहाँनिर कस्तो खालको सिस्टम थियो कस्तो फ्यामिली थियो तर यो चाहिँ हो कि त्यो बुकहरुमा चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ सोसाइटी स्टडी गर्यो है त्यो चाहिँ साइन्टिफिकली स्टडी गरेको थिएन अनि सिस्टमैटिकली पनि स्टडी गरेको थिएन तर ब्रिटिशर्सहरु जब इन्डियामा आयो है त्यतिबेला चाहिँ ब्रिटिशर्सहरुले दे स्टार्टेड स्टडीing इन्डियन सोसाइटी किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ उनीहरुले जब इन्डियामा आयो उनीहरुले असल प्रकारले रुल गर्न चाहन्थ्यो उनीहरु दे वान्टेड टु इम्प्रुभ द टाइप अफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन for their interest, right? Not for the interest of the Indians, but they wanted to study Indian society so that they can administrate the country for their own interest. Okay, now to understand the development of sociology in India, it can be divided into three phases. The first phase 1769 to 1900, the second phase 1901 to 1950 and the third phase 1947. So as I told you earlier that sociology globally it started to understand the problems that came up in the society and to find the solutions for the problem. But in India that was not the case because the Britishers they started studying Indian society so that they can administer the state Indian society for their interest so that they can improve their administration. So during the first phase 1769 to 1900 it is known as the phase of foundation. So 1769 to 1900, Britishers, they realized that if they are to better govern the country, they needed to understand Indian society, about their culture and their religion properly. All of us know about the revolt of 1857. So the reason why 1857 revolt arose was, the immediate cause was the use of beef and pork fat in the cartridges that were used by the Britishers. So if the Britishers, they had known that it was against the use of beef and the pork fat was against the religious sentiment of the Hindus and the Muslims, the revolt would never happen. So they realized, okay, that they had to know Indian society in a proper way. So they started studying Indian society systematically. So special mention is needed for the Bethune society. That was established in 1851, and Royal Asiatic Society. Which was founded by William Jones in 1774. So both these societies, it was established with the aim to understand the Indian society in a better way, to understand the nature of the Indians, and also to build a good relationship between the Europeans and the Indian natives. So apart from these two societies, the first census of India was taken in 1881. The first census was conducted. That is also to understand the society in a better way. And again, there is a man called Herbert Risley, who was the first man to study about the Indian caste and tribe. He wrote books like People of India and Caste and Tribes of Bengal, because of which they understood a lot about the Indian society. We know that East India Company, it was successfully established in India by the Britishers because he had studied about the caste and tribes of Bengal, about the people of Bengal. So they were using every bits of every understanding of the Indian society for their own interest. So this led to the foundation of sociology in India, because we know sociology is the study of society, and the Britishers were studying Indian society systematically and scientifically. So now we will move on to the second phase, that is from 1901 to 1950. Now we will move on to the second phase, that is from 1901 to 1950. So at this point of time, the Britishers, they started to train the Indians also to study the Indian society. So you can see the shift. Here the Britishers were studying, and now it is the Indians who are also studying about the Indian society. So there was a person called W.H.R. Rivers who conducted a study among the Todas of the Nilgiri Hills. He conducted this study in 1901 to 1902, which got published in 1906. He was supposed to be the head of the department of anthropology in Calcutta University, but unfortunately he died. But yes, we can see lot of works of K.P. Chattopadhyay and G.S. Ghurye, who were inspired by the work of this river. And a person named Patrick Gids was the first person to become the chairperson of the Department of Anthropology in the Bombay University. So here what we can see is, starting from the study of Indian society, knowing about their religion, about their caste and culture, now it is shifting towards the development of departments of sociology. So here we can see the shift. So first we have the Britishers as the head of the department, which was later taken over by the Indians. So here we are talking about sociology, development of sociology as an academic discipline. Which is the next topic after the development of sociology. We have development of sociology in India, and then development of sociology in India as an academic discipline. Of sociology, started in 1919. Patrick Gids became the first chairperson of the Bombay University, as I mentioned earlier also, and later on it was taken over by G.S. Ghurye in 1924. So G.S. Ghurye, he needs a special mention. He was a very learned and very interesting person. He had specialized in human anthropologist in Cambridge University. He did a lot of studies, variety of studies in Indian caste, in Indian tribes, religion, tradition, and we can see that lot of Indian sociologists like M.N. Srinivas, S.C. Dubey, K.M. Kapadia, all these sociologists, early sociologists of India were inspired by the work of G.S. Ghurye. So now we will move on to Kolkata University. So the department of sociology was not separated in Calcutta University, but it was studied along with anthropology. So Calcutta University, as I told you earlier about a person called W.H. Rivers, he was supposed to head the department in Calcutta University, but unfortunately he died, so he could not be the chairperson or the head of the department. So while talking about Calcutta University, we have sociologists like B.N. Sill. You can refer your book as well. B.N. Sill and B.N. Sarkar, who were the leading sociologists during that period. So, apart from B.N. Sill and B.N. Sarkar, special mention is needed for a notable sociologist, Professor Bela Dutt Gupta. So she played a very important role in establishing sociology department in Calcutta University. She inspired a lot of her students to take up sociology as an academic profession, because of her students, it was a great help to develop sociology as a subject in India. Also, Calcutta University honored Professor Bela Dutt Gupta by giving Eminent Teacher Award. However, the professional degree of sociology in masters started in Calcutta University only in 1975. So apart from the Bombay University and Calcutta University, we have lot of other universities coming up where we can study sociology as a separate discipline. We have a Department of Sociology in Lucknow, in Mysore, Osmania University, and also in West Bengal we have university like Burdwan, Vidyasagar University, where you will be able to study sociology. And nearby, our North Bengal University also has sociology department. So this way, sociology, it started by the Britishers, it shifted towards being the subject as an academic discipline. Now, the last phase, we come to the last phase, that is from 1947 onwards. So, 1947, here we see that sociology, it is already, it has come up as a separate discipline. After independence, G.S. Gurye, as I mentioned earlier, he was the first person to establish Indian Sociological Society. In 1951. So after independence, lot of Indian sociologists carried out studies in micro level. That means they started micro level findings, like they studied about the caste, because we know caste is one of the important component of Indian society. They started studying about the religion, about the joint family system, which is also one of the characteristics of Indian society. They focused mainly on the micro level society, because the main focus of India after they got independence was the development of society. And Gandhiji, he said that India is a country of villages. So in order to develop society, they needed to study about the villages, and from where they could start in developing Indian society and country as a whole. So I want to conclude by saying that development of sociology in India, it has already passed the stage of childhood. Now sociology, it has come up as a key social science, and it is used to solve various social issues, social problems, which otherwise were solved by other social sciences. So I hope you understand about the development of sociology in India and development of sociology as an academic discipline. It started from the Britishers, and now it has come up with a separate university, and it is result of all these that today we are studying sociology even in our schools. So at last, I want to give you an assignment. Please note it down. This is the topic for your assignment. Write a note on the development of sociology in India and development of sociology as an academic discipline. So I want you to do this assignment. You can take help from the lecture I gave and also from your sociology book. Thank you.